I would like to thank Coca 2005 that's sending me this story that is coming out of Florida. Yes, we are back in Florida, where you have 13 men, as you can see right here in this picture, were all arrested in an undercover online child predator operation. Now look to your bottom right. They got the one brother up in there. You already know his ass going to jail. If nothing happens to the other 12 men, they definitely going to book his ass. And rightfully so. I don't feel bad for neither one of them. But let's go ahead and get into the story. It says 13 men, including a former military police officer and a cook at a Disney resort, were arrested in an undercover online child predator operation. The Polk County Sheriff's Office said undercover detectives posed as girls and boys on social media platforms and dating websites from October 2nd through October 7th. During the 6-day Operation Cyber Guardian Fall Hall, 13 men communicated with undercover detectives thinking they were children between the ages of 13 and 14, showed up to a Polk County location to solicit sexual acts from the children. PCSO said many of the suspects took condoms and lubricant but were greeted by detectives and arrested. Sounds just like that show To Catch a Predator. Those arrested included men in their 20s, 30s, and 50s and were from Kissimmee, Montverde, Lake Mary, Davenport, Winter Haven, Orlando, and Holiday, Florida. Among them were a man who knew he was HIV positive and solicited a boy who he thought was 14 to engage in unprotected sex. A former military police officer who had been previously arrested, convicted, and is on federal probation for lewd, lascivious molestation of a child. A Lake Mary man who was arrested in Seminole County in November 2017 for obscene communication with a minor. A man who bought a new iPhone 8 Plus as a gift along with sex toys, condom, lubricant, and male enhancement pills. And a cook at a Disney resort. Now it's so crazy how they listed all of that shit about them debauchery men, and when it gets to the cook, it says, oh, just a cook at Disney resort. That's wild. These predators are out there trying to sexually seduce and violate children. They lurk in chat rooms and online ready to groom children for sex. Fortunately, because of the great work of our detectives, at least 13 of them won't be doing that anytime soon. The things that these predators say to children they believe are 13 and 14 are vile and disgusting. Even seasoned trained detectives are repulsed. The bottom line is that these predators need to be locked up and kept away from children. Not only children, they just need to be kept away, period. The 13 men arrested face a total of 58 charges, 57 felonies, and 1 misdemeanor, which include attempted lewd lascivious molestation, using a communication device to commit a felony, attempted uninformed HIV-infected sexual intercourse, traveling to meet a minor for the purposes of sex, attempted lewd battery, and transmitting material harmful to a minor. I'm not gonna, the next part is basically breaking down all 13 of the men. I'm not gonna read every last 13 of the men because that would take forever to read all of these names. So I'm going to just leave the link to that in the article if you want to read up on these men. But if you choose to not do so, I fully understand, because just skimming through these names and the stuff that they're being charged with is just disgusting enough. Looking at their faces as I do this video is trifling. All 13 of them deserve every last thing that is coming their way. And like I said, to the brother in the bottom right, I don't feel bad for you. I feel absolutely nothing towards these men and anything that happens to them when that damn cell blocks door shuts behind them, because that's exactly where they're going. They're pretty much all going to jail. I think that they probably most likely have enough on them. I mean, they only got 1 misdemeanor. That ain't gonna mean shit with all the 57 charges that they have tacked to them. But yeah, well, that's what they get. And it's so crazy because when I was reading the stuff that the other guys had, when I was reading that little list, all of those except for the cook at Disney had some wild, crazy shit attached to them since way before this. So they've been engaging in this stuff for quite some time. But, you know, it is what it is. They're disgusting. They're trifling. Do away with them. These are your dredges of society. They can be thrown under the jail as far as I'm concerned, and they can ride under it too. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The link to the article, PayPal, Patreon, and email will be in the description. I will talk to y'all in the next